Good morning, Canadian Yarn Heart. My name is Alyssa, and today I'm just doing a quick project video. We're going to do this cute little tulip. It is not the same as the other tulip I've been showing. I'm going to be doing that later today, hopefully, as well. But this is a different way to do a cute little tulip. Oh, let's see if I can just adjust this so it's not tilted, but I think it is a little tilted. If you are new here, thank you very much for coming. I very much appreciate it. If you're a returning viewer, thank you very much for coming back. I very much appreciate that. I would love to earn your like and subscription. It really does help the channel. It does help getting the interaction, having questions, comments, or concerns come through. They really do actually help. So if you could do something like that, that would be great. If not, if you could just like it, that would be wonderful too. So I'm going to move you over to the overhead cam and we're going to get started doing this. So we are using this Bernat Premium. It is a 4 medium. It recommends a 5mm needle and a 5mm hook. I'm just going to turn my light on, so in case that helps. And this is actually pretty in pink. Oops, let's get that out of the way. There we go. So this is our little flower. You are going to want a stem that I have gotten off of Amazon. My husband has pre-curled it a little bit, and I will be finishing it off by bending it when I get to the point. So what we're going to do right now is we're going to make a magic circle. So you go around in a circle, pull it off your fingers, and push the loop of the working thread up, inserting your hook, which, if I haven't said, is a 3mm needle hook, or 3mm hook, not needle. And now we're going to do 6 single crochets. So you put your loop in, your hook in the loop, wrap it around and pull it through, wrap it around again and pull it through the 2. That's your first single crochet. The chain stitch does not count, so we're going to do that again. Wrap it around, pull through, wrap it around, pull through both. And you're going to do that 4 more times. So that's 3. This is 4 and 5 and 6. Now, I did make this one using a 3.5, but as you can see, this yarn actually is a little bit thicker than the yarn I was using, so you can see just a little tiny bit. This was actually called a milk cotton on this one. If you're going to go down in yarn size, I would say go down in hook size, and if you're going to go up in yarn size, I would say go up in hook size. So now that was a slip stitch. You go, I'll show you that again. You go through the 2 loops, you wrap it around and pull through 2. Now you're going to chain 2 or chain 1. And now you're going to increase in every stitch. So you're going to do 2 single crochets where you put each stitch. So you grab both loops and then you do a single crochet and another single crochet, another single crochet, and single crochet. And you do that all the way around. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, and I'm going to do this last one here. So 1, 2, we're going to slip stitch, go through 2 and pull it together. Now I am going to tighten. If you can see that has a big hole there. So you want to tighten it up, and I'm going to darn it off so it doesn't get in my way. And that way I don't have to worry about it. I don't have to, oh, this needle is really squeaking today under the yarns it's working with. And if you noticed, I tightened it up there by tightening it. And then we're going to do that again. And then I can I can cut it off, and I don't have to worry about that again. So now that side's done. So now what we're going to do is we're going to put the hook in. And now, oh, I got to grab all the splits. So we're going to chain 1 or 2. No, that's 1. And now we're going to single crochet 1 and then 2 single crochets in the next one. So that's your 1 single crochet and then increase. So that's 1 single crochet and then increase. 1, 2, 1 single crochet, and then increase. 1, 2, 1, and then increase. 1, 2, 1, and 1, 2, and you just go all the way around doing that, and then we're going to get to our last increase row. That's 2. And then you're going to just slip stitch these together, and now your next one, chain 1, and then this one will be 2 single crochets, so 1, 2, and then this will be your increase one. So you can do that all the way around. So 1, 2, and then increase, and then 1, 2, and increase, 1, 2, and increase, and 1, 2, increase, 1, 2, increase, and then you're just going to slip stitch that together. Now we are going to go for, let me just see, so it's that double 1, 2. So from this row on, because when it's empty, it's a lot easier to measure it. You change it quite a bit. You're going to do 2 inches of just straight single crochet. So you just do increase 1 or chain 1, and then you're just going to single crochet all the way around. I will come back when I have my 2 inches and I will show you how we're going to finish this off. Okay, so I've got my 2 inches. I'll show you right here. So from right about there, you got about 2 inches. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to add a nice tail. So I'm just going to trim this here. And this is really easy to do. I've seen this all over, I have to admit, all over Facebook and stuff like that. We're going to bend the stem in and bend it. And then you go through the center. So there's a little hole where you did your magic circle. And that is actually where you want to get it. Just gonna, there we go, try and, oops, sorry about that. Get the bottom the way I want it, and then now we're gonna just stuff it. And I have all kinds of stuffing here from my ends, which I will be putting in. And then a lot of times stuff that comes out of pill bottles I'll keep if it's stuffing wise. And then we're just, this is out of a couch chair that you lay on and you can read a book in at night. And you really want to overstuff it. You want to stuff. Sorry, the end is getting to me. There we go. Stuff. Keep it as stuffed as you can. You grab your needle and thread. And then what you do is you come right across. So exactly even across. Come over, and then you're going to double back in here and tighten that up. And then what you're going to do is you're going to tighten it up. Go a couple more times to make sure it doesn't pull out on you. Oh, there. And there. We're just going to tighten that up. And you squish those down. And now I go into the center of that spot. So you're right at the center and you squeeze it down. So you're just kind of coming right that way. And now I'm just going to sew the 2 folded sections that look kind of like a heart. You're just going to stitch that up. come back down, try and push all of that down so none of it shows. Now you're going to go through here and you're going to stitch this side up. And then you can come back down and then you go to the center of this one again. And there you want to just stitch it up, stuffing everything in. Stitch up. And then yet again, just stitch these guys up, trying to get over the stuffing. And I'm going to come over here and I'm just gonna grab it, stuff that down, and then grab the loops. Sometimes you do just have to work with what you got, and if it gets wrapped around, now it doesn't look horrible. Kind of looks like the center of a tulip. So then I'm just going to kind of go around tightening up my tulip pieces, petals, I guess, if you want to call them the petals. Now I'm going to just thread my yarn through, just trying to grab threads right there, and then I'm going to just give it a little tiny bit of a tug so that when I trim it off and I kind of squeeze it back out, you don't notice that that's where the end was. I'll pull that off. Now I am going to show how to just wrap it with floral tape, because honestly, if you're making a bouquet or a floral arrangement in your house, leaves get in the way. They are pretty big and they get in the way. However, I will have another tulip video coming out that I did a different way, and I do actually have, and you just squeeze the flower a bit, getting it to the shape you want it. But it will have a leaf on it only because I had done it. Oh, I've done it months and months and months ago. So I figured it would be a really good thing to have a leaf on it. And then when I finished, I realized that it's very bulky to have a leaf on it. It's very pretty, but it is very bulky. So you're just going to keep winding down the floral tape all the way down the shaft of the flower stem. And that way, and if you want to, I do sometimes go just one more all the way down, just trying to kind of not hide, but make it so that you do not see anywhere near as many of the twists. And you just kind of hold it at a bit more of an angle, rip it off, and then you just make sure it's all down, and there you have it. I hope you enjoyed my video today. I hope to see you on my channel again, and bye.